What's up guys? Ito na naman tayo sa panibago kong vlog. At ngayon ay gagawa tayo ng kakaiba. Ako si Prince Joseph Mitra, BSc 5204. At umpisahan natin ito in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ang pagmamason or masonry ay ginagamit daang-daang taon na nakalilipas. Bagamat ito ay sinaunang paraan, ito pa rin ang ginagamit ng karamihan. Karamihan din sa ating mga heritage structures ay mga masonry structures. At ang disenyo, construction technologies at materials na ginamit dito sa mga heritage structures na ito ay mahina na laban sa mga hazards ngayon. That's why we have the concept called retrofitting, to help the structures to withstand seismic and extreme loads. And to begin our educational video, alamin muna natin ang ibig sabihin ng retrofitting. Retrofit. Una, what is retrofit? It refers to the addition of new technology or features to older system. Padalwa, retrofitting is a modification of existing structures to make them more resistant to seismic activity, ground motion, or soil failures to earth due to earthquake. So yun nga, 'di ba? So isipin nyo, example, kung meron tayong halimbawa bahay ng lolo nyo na gusto nyo ma-preserve ito. Hindi lang siya ordinaryong bahay. Kunwari, mansion ng inyong mga lolo at lola, di ba? Gusto nyo ma-preserve ito, dadagdagan ninyo ito ng i-modify ninyo yung structure na ito. Kung saan, yung modification na yon ay maggagawin itong resistant sa seismic activity, ground motion, or soil failure due to earthquake. And the third, proves to be better economic consideration and immediate shelter to problems rather than replacement of building. Ngayon, sa panahon ngayon, halimbawa ba, lumindol, tapos yung bahay nyo ay nagkaroon ng bitak yung pader. Diba yung kung gigibain natin yung pader, magiging open yung bahay, magiging siyang matagal, magastos, diba? Pero kung i-retrofit natin siya, pwede natin siyang magamit na agad. Madadagdagan lang siguro mga ilang oras lang yon, mga ganyan. Saka mas makakatipid tayo pag ganon. Why do we retrofit? Isang dahilan, when additional floors are to be added to a building and the building initially is not structurally designed to take the loads of additional floors. Yun nga, pagka magdadagdag tayo ng, halimbawa, meron tayong building na 3-story, tapos ang gusto ng may-ari ay dagdagan nito ng paapat, sabihin ay magdadagdag daw siya ng gym, parang ganon, di ba? Hindi, ibig sabihin, yung load na, yung dinesign nating structural members ay design yun para sa load ng pang 3-story. Pag nagdagdag tayo, ibig sabihin, magiging mas mabigat yung dadali ng bawat member. Hindi natin sigurado kung ito magiging kaya pa ng ating structural members. So magre-retrofit tayo pagka ganon, di ba? Secondly, when the compressive strength of the column and the available reinforcement are not sufficient to carry the loads as per the available caudal provisions. Yun nga, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, di ba? Pag nagdagdag tayo ng paapat na palapag, yung members ay hindi na siya designed para sa ganong klaseng bigat ng ganong story na ganon kadaming palapag ng building. So magiging hindi na sufficient yung design, hindi na magiging sufficient yung member para dalhin yung ganyang loads. Pangatlo, when there is damage due to seismic forces or other causes. Kasi halimbawa ba naman lumindol, tapos nagkakak yung ating pader, di ba? Mag-i-retrofit natin yun. Hintayin pa ba nating gumuho yun o masira ng tuluyan bago tayo gumawa ng prevention? Ang tentang pang-apat, when there is deterioration of columns due to weathering action. Kasi di ba, halimbawa bumaha, edi yung ating column nagkaroon ng bitak. Ang column natin may gayon daw ang dimension, malaki yung bitak. Ibig sabihin, humina yung strength niya. Kailangan i-retrofit natin yun kasi pag humina ang isang member ng structure, magiging delikado. Ito ang examples ng pictures natin. Yung column na nasira, nagdagdag ng padalawang palapag. Yan. At saka yung mga naidudulot ng earthquake. Yan. Dako na tayo ngayon sa materials used in retrofitting. Makikita natin dito yung ibang materials. Hindi ito yung lahat, pero ito yung mga na-research ko. Non-shrink grouts, shotcrete, epoxy resins, epoxy mortars, tapos meron din tayong quick setting cement mortar, mechanical anchors, ferro cement fiber concrete, and fiber reinforced plastics. Yan, ngayon nakita natin yung ating mga materials used sa retrofitting. Punta na tayo sa common retrofitting methods and techniques. Siyempre, methods muna tayo mag-umpisa. Retrofitting methods. Una sa lahat, strengthening of existing members. Yun yung palalakasin yung certain member natin. Pwedeng column, pwedeng beam, pwedeng wall, pwedeng slab, ganon. Padalwa, adding new members. Pagdadagdag sa ating structure. And patatlo, repairing. Yung mga na-damage, yan, i-repair natin. Ngayon, dako na tayo sa retrofitting techniques. For the method strengthening of existing members, we have here the reinforced concrete jacketing, kung saan babalutan natin ang member ng panibagong layer ng bakal at semento. And secondly, steel plate bonding and jacketing. Yan yung babalutan naman natin yung member natin ng bakal. And the third technique is steel section caging. Yan yung tatlo nating techniques para sa method na strengthening of existing members. So for our second method is adding new member. Sa adding new member, pwede tayo magdagdag ng shear wall, ng frames, ng bracing, at saka buttresses. So ayun, yan yung ating apat na mga idinadagdag. Tapos ang ating patatlong method ay ang repairing. Sa repairing, pwede tayong mag-stitching of cracks, grouting with cement or epoxy, at ang patatlo ay use of carbon fiber reinforced polymer strips or CFRP strips. Yung stitching ay itong mga to ay ginagamit na itong stitching of cracks sa grouting with cement or epoxy ay kalimitan to ginagamit ay sa mga cracks o kaya yung mga may aring grouting ay ginagamit din pagka may mga honeycomb ang ating mga members. Yan. Punta tayo dun sa mga techniques natin kanina. Explain na natin ang bawat isa. Yan. For the reinforced concrete jacketing, in this method, the entire cross-section of the member is increased, additional structural reinforcement steel with shear stirrups will be installed. This process involves surface preparation, additional reinforcement, and concrete curing. With the use of this method, there will be enhanced strength and increased shear capacity of column. This technique is easy and it does not need special design criteria. Yun nga sabi, ang reinforced concrete jacketing ay yung pagdadagdag ng bakal. Kita naman natin dito sa picture na yung member dinalutan ng dagdag na bakal, tapos sunod dyan ay lalagyan ng panibagong layer ng concrete. Makikita dito sa video. Ayan ay nakikita natin ang isang example ng reinforced concrete jacketing. Diyan ay binalutan ng bakal lang buong column natin. Ngayon nakikita nyo may mga butas sa ilalim. Yan ay dyan nakatusok ang mga bakal. Yan, nilagyan din ng cement or epoxy as grouting. Nakakapit siya dyan, nakabalot. Kung saan, yan ay babalutan din ng cement pa. Yan ang kabilang part. Nakita natin, dyan meron din na pangkapit para hindi siya pumalas o lumayo sa column. So yun, napanood natin ang ating video presentation para sa reinforced concrete jacketing. Sumunod naman tayo sa ating kasunod na technique, ang steel plate banding and jacketing. Yan. Steel plate jacketing has been used as a method to enhance the shear strength and ductility of the reinforced concrete structure. Yun, makikita natin dito sa video, para lang siyang concrete jacketing pero ang nakabalot sa ating member ay bakal. Tapos dito, itong mga bakal na to ay nakadikit gamit ang mga adhesives natin, halimbawa epoxy, ganun. Ipapakita naman to dito sa video mga sunod.
Construction process of structural perfusion adhesive. Remove surface coating until concrete surface appear. Make it clear and sound. Grinding surface smooth and chamfer angles. Repair and level concrete defects with horse repairing adhesive. Locate the setout according to the drawing. Grind and roughen adhering surface of angle bar and batten plate. Install gasket, clamp steel skeleton with special fixtures. Leave 2 to 3 millimeters gap between steel skeleton and original member. Weld batten plate and steel skeleton. Weld should be straight, uniform, no virtual welding, leakage welding. Embed injection nozzle and exhaust hole according to design. Seal gaps between angle bars and batten plates with horse crack repair adhesive. After crack repair adhesive is cured, test pressure with air, and if there is leak, seal it in time. Mix the horse structural perfusion adhesive according to the ratio. Mix and stir evenly. Avoid bubbles. Do not mix too much adhesive once to avoid waste. Inject horse perfusion adhesive via injection nozzles with low pressure. Stop injecting when the adhesive appears in the near exhaust hole. Seal the exhaust hole and keep injecting adhesive with low pressure for 10 mins. After adhesive is cured, remove injection devices and extra adhesive. 72 hours curing and maintenance time is needed after injection construction. Check if there is hollowness after adhesive is cured. Finally, apply anti-corruption and anti-fire coating. Horse Construction, high-end structural strengthening material specialist.
Yun, nakita natin yung video ng pagkakabit ng ating steel jacketing or steel plate banding. For our third technique is the adding shear walls. Yan. This method is used for non-ductile reinforced concrete frame buildings. The added element can be either cast in place or precast element. New elements preferably be placed at the exterior of the building. However, it may cause in the appearance of the structure. This process will increase the lateral strength, ductility, and stiffness of the building sustainability. Yun, ang shear wall ay dinadagdag natin sa structure para maging ductile ito at maging mas mataas ang resistance niya sa mga ating horizontal forces. Kalimitan to nilalagay sa exterior, sa labas na part ng walls. Pinapalit to sa mga labas na walls natin. Kung saan buong buhos siya na puro bakal. Hindi siya nilalagay ng mga hollow blocks, ganun, mga ganyan. So, papakitaan ko kayo ng video ng paggagawa na shear wall. nakapanood tayo sa kaninang video kung paano maggawa ng shear wall. Dako naman tayo ngayon sa ating kasunod na retrofitting technique na adding brace frames. Concentric or eccentric bracing schemes can be used in the selected base of a reinforced concrete frame to increase the lateral resistance of the structure. The advantage of this method is that an intervention of the foundation may not be required because steel bracing are usually installed between existing members. Yon, ang steel bracing daw ay nakalagay dun sa pagitan ng dalawang structure na pwedeng column to column o nagduduksong ng column tapos dun sa kabilang corner ng sa taas ng kabilang column. Yun, nakikita naman natin dito sa picture dito sa gilid na yun nga, may pa-V, may pa-cross. Yun. Ngayon magpapakita ako ng example video ng ating brace frames. Hindi lang siya yung totoong structure pero maganda to. Yan. Yun, nakita naman natin dun sa kaninang video, hindi siya totoong structure pero gumamit siya ng popsicle sticks para sa ating structure members. Tapos gumamit naman siya ng noodles para sa ating brace frames. 'Di ba? Nakita natin na yung noodles ay nagkaroon ng malaking ambag para hindi mag-sway yung ating structure. Yan. Sumunod na tayo sa ating next technique na adding buttresses or wing walls. Yan. The wing walls are placed on the exterior side of the existing frame, which wing wall is added to increase lateral strength and stiffness of the structure. Then kita natin dito sa picture dito sa gilid, yung wing wall pala ay yung nakatukod. Yung wing wall ay yung nakatukod. Kalimitan natin siya nakikita sa mga picture ng dam, 'di ba? Yung mga dam na merong mga dam na natakal natin sa water, 'di ba? Yan. Bibigyan ko kayo ng example video ng buttresses kung paano ito ginagawa. Yun, nakita naman natin kung saan ginamit yung buttresses at kung saan ito nakaposisyon. So, sumunod na technique natin ay stitching of cracks. Yan. Stitching is a rehabilitation technique used at cracks to maintain, aggregate, interlock, and provide added reinforcement to minimize the relative movement of concrete slabs at the cracks. It is also used at the longitudinal joints to keep the slabs from separating. Yan, kita naman natin yan dyan sa video, yung crack sa ating member na nilagyan ng bakal para magsilbing para itong tahe. Yan, makikita natin sa susunod na video ang pag-stitching ng cracks.
Across the surface of the crack, ensuring it's smooth. Center the Rhino carbon fiber concrete crack lock over the crack and trace the outline. Always lay out the concrete crack locks roughly perpendicular to the crack. Vary the angle slightly to reinforce the crack in all directions. Then place the concrete crack locks every 200 to 300 millimeters, tracing the web and marking the ends. Using a suitable tool with a diamond-tipped cutting blade, make the cuts across the crack. While the depth of the cut can vary, be sure to cut a minimum of 12 millimeters deep. Also, be sure the cut is full depth from end to end. Once the cutting is complete, drill holes at the ends with a 13 millimeter masonry bit, ensuring that they're properly spaced to accept the concrete crack locks. Use an industrial vac or other appropriate method to remove all the loose debris and clean out the area. Also ensure that each concrete crack lock fits properly into each prepared area before applying any epoxy. Fill the cut and holes with one of the Ardex high-strength epoxy resins. Insert into the cut the stronger-than-steel Rhino carbon fiber concrete crack lock. Top off the cut with more epoxy resin until it's even with your concrete surface and scrape away any excess epoxy. Apply it elsewhere on the crack or to the next crack lock location. Repeat as necessary. If the epoxy resin settles in the prepared area, you can add more to the cuts. And you can grind excess epoxy with your grinder once it is cured. You can also paint or seal over the repair after everything is dried and been...
Nakita naman natin na hindi lang pala sa slabs ginagamit ang stitching. Pwede rin siya sa ating walls. Kung saan nakita rin natin sa video kung paano ginagawa ang stitching. And sumunod na tayo sa ating next technique na part din siya ng ating repairing. Ang next technique natin ay ang grouting with cement or epoxy. Grouting is the easiest process, which involves the placing of cementous material in the cracks created from excessive loading in concrete member. It is commonly used when honeycombs are observed. This method will prevent reinforcement from corroding. Yun, nakita naman natin dito yung sa picture sa gilid, yung may cracks na nilagyan natin ng grout cement. Pero pwede rin daw palang ang grouting ay gawin natin sa pag may honeycomb ang member. So makakakita tayo ng video ngayon ng nag-a-apply ng cement grout at ng epoxy as grout.
professional crack repairs utilizing structural injection techniques on this cracked concrete slab. Clean the crack using a wire brush. Vigorously clean the concrete surface surrounding the crack so the crack is not plugged with debris. Blow out the crack with compressed air. Miracle Bond would be used to seal the crack on the outside. This is also referred to as capping the crack. Prepare the cartridge according to the label instructions and apply Miracle Bond over the crack, leaving spaces for the port installation. A standard rule of thumb is to place the ports 8 to 10 inches apart. Press the Miracle Bond in and smooth with a putty knife. Miracle Bond should be applied at least 1 to 2 inches wide along the length of the crack. Using a plastic putty knife, apply Miracle Bond underneath the outer half of the port base. Ensure that the port passageway is not obstructed or blocked when applying the epoxy. Center the port over the crack face in each gap and attach. Be sure to seal any pinholes or voids between the ports and the substrate being injected. Allow Miracle Bond to fully cure prior to starting the injection. Keep in mind that epoxy cure rate is dependent on temperature. Attach the opposite end of the tubing tightly over the tip of the first port that needs to be injected. The flow clip should always be closed and only open while dispensing material. Start with the lowest port when injecting vertical cracks, or the widest part of the crack when injecting horizontal cracks. Inject until epoxy reaches the next port. Remove the tubing adapter from the port and attach to the second port. Use the cap to plug the port. Begin injection at the second port and inject until the epoxy reaches the third port. Repeat until finished. After curing is complete, remove the ports with a hammer. For a more finished look, the epoxy cap can be ground smooth. Finish by smoothing out the Miracle Bond capping material using a grinder. You'll notice that the crack is barely visible. By using this crack kit and following these steps, you'll achieve results just like the professionals. To learn more about other adhesives technology products, visit www.
Nakita natin dun sa dalawang video kung paano gamitin ang cement at epoxy as grouting material. So, dako na tayo sa ating next technique, ang use of CFRP strips or carbon fiber reinforced polymer strips. Carbon constitutes the fiber phase of this type of composite material. This is a high-performance polymer and it contains 93 to 95% carbon. Each fiber is 5 to 10 microns in diameter and this is twice as stiff as steel and 5 times strong as steel. This polymer is high in tensile strength, lightweight, very low thermal conductivity, fire resistant, corrosion resistant, and non-magnetic. CFRP wraps are mainly used for corrosion control and retrofitting for reinforced concrete member. In circular column, it will increase the axial capacity, load-bearing strength, and compressive strength of the concrete. Yon, nakikita natin dito sa picture yung isang example. Ngayon makikita natin sa video kasunod kung paano ikabit at i-apply ang ating CFRP strips.
With the aging transportation infrastructure in the Northeast, the structural integrity of hundreds of concrete bridges has been badly compromised and need immediate repair. Carbon Wrap Solutions of Tucson, Arizona provides innovative products and turnkey engineering solutions as an effective and economical alternative for the repair and retrofit of bridges using fiber-reinforced polymers. Carbon Wrap's fiber-reinforced polymers come in the form of woven or stitched fabric that is saturated on premise and bonded to a substrate using a specially formulated structural epoxy. The fiber resin composite also comes in the form of pre-cured laminates for application to surfaces that are smooth and can handle the relatively rigid cured laminate. These polymers, with correct application, increase the ductility and strength of concrete structures, making them last longer at a fraction of the time and cost of using conventional materials and techniques.
So yun, nakakita tayo ng pag-apply ng CFRP strips. Nakakita tayo ng pag-apply nito, yung kung anong nagiging itsura pagkatapos. Sumunod na tayo sa last technique natin na base isolation. Yan. Base isolation is the isolation of superstructure from the foundation and is the most powerful tool for passive structural vibration control technique. This process isolates building from ground motion. The result is lesser seismic loads, hence lesser damage to the structure and minimal repair of superstructure. Nakikita naman natin dito, naglagay sila ng kung anong nakapagitan sa footing papunta sa ating superstructure. Makikita dito sa katabing picture. So, may papakita ko sa inyong video presentation para sa example ng base isolation. Yun, nakita natin dun sa mga video kanina kung ano ang nangyayari sa base isolation, kung paano, anong mechanism nito, tapos anong naging kaibahan ng isolated base na superstructure sa normal na structure. So ngayon, nalaman natin yung kung ano mga techniques, methods, mga materials na ginagamit, at kung ano ba ang retrofitting. And now let's move on to the next part of our vlog. As a future engineer, kailangan nating malaman kung paano mag-inspect ng mga structure. Saka kung ano mga posibleng solusyon sa mga problemang makikita natin. So ang next part ng ating vlog ay ang maghanap ng parts ng bahay natin na pwede nating applyan ng retrofitting. Makikita natin dito sa part na to ng ating bahay ay may crack mula dun sa taas hanggang baba at lumampas siya hanggang kabila. So ano ang pwede natin gawin? Dito pwede natin i-apply yung ating crack stitching kung saan tatahian natin dito, tapos lalagyan din ng ating cement grout. So, may nakita tayong unang pag-a-applyan natin ng ating retrofitting. Ang padalawa ay itong dito sa pader ng ating kapitbahay. Nakikita natin na yung column ay damage na due to tinatamaan ng tubig, tapos kung ano-ano. Yan. Tapos yung pader. Ano ang pwede natin gawin para dyan? Pwede tayo dyan mag column jacketing. Tapos ating i-grouting yung ibang part na pataas. Yun guys, tapos na natin i-inspect at gawa ng solusyon ng mga problema sa ating structures. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And turn on the post notification for shoutouts. Goodbye!